สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับกลับมาพบกันเช่นเคยครับนี่คือ The Diplomat ทาง Spring News ครับกับคุณทันชนกจงยศยิ่งและผมวารินทร์ สัจเดลครับ
ค่ะวันนี้เราสองคนนะคะมาอยู่ที่สถานทูตแห่งใหม่ล่าสุดเลยของประเทศไทยค่ะ
เพิ่งจะเปิดทำการได้5วันในวันที่เรามาสัมภาษณ์นะครับอยู่บนถนนวิทยุสถานทูตแห่งนี้เนี่ยเพิ่งจะเปิดก็จริงแต่ว่าประเทศนี้มีความสัมพันธ์ทางการทูตกับประเทศไทยมาเป็นระยะเวลา40 ปีแล้วนะครับเรากำลังพูดถึงประเทศไอร์แลนด์นะครับซึ่งวันนี้เนี่ยเราจะได้ไปพูดคุยกันกับท่านทูตแบรนดอน โรเจอร์ว่าอะไรคือภารกิจที่สำคัญของท่านในการที่จะพัฒนาความสัมพันธ์ของทั้งสองประเทศครับ
ค่ะแล้วก็มาทำความรู้จักกับประเทศนี้มากขึ้นนะคะเพราะว่าท่านทูตบอกว่าคนไทยจำนวนมากยังเข้าใจผิดเหมือนกันนะสับสนประเทศไอร์แลนด์กับประเทศไอซ์แลนด์หรือว่าประเทศอื่นๆอีกด้วยนะคะ
แต่หลังจบรายการวันนี้รับรองว่าจะรู้จักกับไอร์แลนด์มากยิ่งขึ้นนะครับไปชมกันเลยครับWell, Ambassador, being in Bangkok, and I really envy your lifestyle here in Bangkok. You live across the street. You walk only for 5 minutes to work.
Yeah.
With this
Hanati.
With
this
3 minutes.
With this view, this is like
it's
$1 million view, Ambassador.
Yeah, it's
lucky
great.
you.
It's great, lucky me. Well, I have to say to you, welcome to the new Irish
Thank
Embassy.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the first Irish Embassy in Bangkok, Thailand, in Krung Thep.
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah.
We just moved in here last week.
Yeah.
I'm the first resident ambassador to Thailand.
Yeah.
I arrived last November with just an iPad and an iPhone. No residence, no office, but a real desire to make a difference, a real desire to build a new embassy, a real desire to build stronger relationships between Thailand and Ireland, a longer bridge between our two nations, and we've started the work already.
So we never had the diplomatic relations between the
We've had diplomatic relations for 40 years, and in March of this year we had a wonderful party at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs where we celebrated 40 years of diplomatic relations. But we've never had an embassy, and Thailand has never had an embassy in Ireland. So now that we've established an embassy here in Krung Thep, I hope that Thailand will establish an embassy in Dublin. And I understand it's in the plans and perhaps in a couple of years' time.
Since you mentioned that the relationship between us is already 40 years, but why do you think that it is time to establish the embassy here?
Well, I think that when you have 70,000 Irish tourists coming here, and that has grown incredibly in the last 10 years. When you have a growing trade between two nations, we have trade now worth 500 million in both directions. It's time to strengthen those relations. And having an embassy means that we can sell more goods to the Thai people. It means that we can attract, hopefully, Thai students to study in Ireland. So it's in our interest, it's in our economic interest. Ireland is a country of 4.5 million people. Thailand is a country of 66 million people. Our well-being is based on what we sell abroad and what we attract. So we're a small, open trading nation. We need relations with all the major powers of the world. Thailand is a major power in this area. We want stronger relations, we want to sell more goods, and we want, of course, to buy more of your goods as well, because we are importing a lot of rice from Thailand. We're actually importing chickens from Thailand, believe it or not, as well. So this is in the interests of both our nations.
What else, apart from whiskey, can we import from Ireland?
Well, you are importing. Ireland is one of the greatest exporters of pharmaceutical products because all the major pharmaceutical companies in the world, many of them are based in Ireland. So we are exporting pharmaceuticals. Ireland is the greatest maker of Viagra in the world, believe it or not. We're exporting that. Amazing. So we're also exporting IT, financial services. All the major globals are based in Ireland. Google, Facebook, Apple are there. So we're exporting, and they're exporting many of those goods in here. Yeah, absolutely.
But this is not your first encounter with Bangkok or Thailand as well. You said so yourself that you were here right after the tsunami and that you actually had many contacts and you got to know already a lot about Thailand.
Well, I remember the 26th of December very well, 2004. I woke up in Ireland and I got a phone call from my HQ saying there was a major tsunami in Asia and 3 countries had been hit very badly as far as we knew, Indonesia, Sri Lanka and Thailand. And I was head of our emergency operations at that time. So within 7 days, I was actually in those 3 countries, including Thailand. I arrived in Phuket. 7 days later, I traveled up to Khao Lak. I saw the devastation. And we did not know how many of our citizens were missing because many of them are on holidays in Thailand at that time. So I spent a number of days working with the authorities, being in Phuket, being in the temporary morgue that was set up. It was a terrible time. But in the midst of all of that, I was incredibly impressed by the bravery and the courage of so many Thais who had assisted the Swedes, the Irish, the British, the Americans, the Canadians, who put their own lives at risk. It was a terrible time, but it was a time when people really, really came together. And I came out during the next year 4 or 5 times, and it was strange. Last December, I was in Phuket 10 years after the tsunami, and I'm sure of the diplomats, I was probably one of the only diplomats who had been here 10 years previously in a different guise. So it was a very, very moving ceremony in Khao Lak as we stood there and as we paid tribute to those who had died and as we paid tribute to those who were injured as well, and as we paid tribute to those who had assisted in the recovery efforts. So it was amazing trauma, I know, for Thailand, but it's one, I think, of which you can be justly proud and how the Thai people dealt with that. Yeah.
At the beginning of the conversation, you said that you arrived Thailand this time with just an iPad.
Yes.
And now you have the embassy. So how could you get through this, I mean, all establishment and all the hard works?
Well, Mickey, it was a long journey and there was ups and downs on it as well, but there was fun. I arrived on November the 6th with an iPhone and an iPad and a hotel room.
2014.
That was it. Yes. And the great thing is we have an Irish society here, the St. Patrick's Society. We have the Irish Thai Chamber of Commerce, and they were very welcoming to me, essentially. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs was very, very welcoming to me as well. So the first thing we did, and there was 2 of us, myself and my deputy, is we got a temporary office. So we looked around and we got one near Wireless Road. So we put our iPads in there, we put our phones there, we put our scanners there, our computers, very, very small offices. And we began to fan out and we were looking for an office, for a new embassy, and we were looking for somewhere to live. And over the next few weeks and months, we discovered here, then we designed it, and then we got it built. And in the meantime, I was looking for somewhere to live, and I found a nice place close to here as well. While we were meeting people, we met you, for example. I met all my colleagues. I'm a social person. I like walking the streets. So I found good restaurants. I found places where I could listen to good music. I made Thai friends. I made new Irish friends. I made new friends in the diplomatic side of things. And Irish people are friendly, I think. We talk a lot, we talk a lot. So we
Heavy drinker.
We drink a little bit as well, sometimes too much. And we're trying to change that as well. We're trying to become more modern.
For example, like what would be the distinction between Ireland and Northern Ireland? Because that's in the news all the time.
Yes. And obviously we've had conflict there as well. Well, Northern Ireland, of course, is under the jurisdiction of Great Britain. And then it's the Republic of Ireland, which is the greater part of the Ireland, which is an independent. However, having said that, we work very, very closely with our British colleagues in terms of ensuring that there is peace up there and that there is harmony and that there is good coordination, cooperation between both sides of the nation. And that's great. Because we had lots of difficulties there, but at the moment it's very peaceful, it's harmonious, and things are working very well. But I think when I speak to Thai people, I say, well, what do you know about Thailand or about Ireland? I say, well, look, Irish whiskey, Boyzone, they know Roy Keane, they know about Irish players and Irish football teams. So we have a job of work to be done. But I'm very confident that within a number of years, Thai people will know an awful lot more about Ireland than they know today, and that's my job. And,
We're helping too.
But
Isn't
you're
it?
helping too. It's a
Yes.
great job. It's a great job, and there's been a few little pieces in the magazine, in the Big Chili magazine,
Yeah,
and in the Bangkok Post, and in the Nation. Yeah. So my job is really not done in this office. This is where I sit. My job is done out here in the city, and not just in
And the
Bangkok.
iPad.
And the iPad, carrying the phone, the iPad, Facebook, Twitter. I hope you're following us.
Virtual, I am.
Yeah,
I am.
but my
Virtual
job is to,
ambassador,
my job is to travel.
Yeah.
So I was in Chiang Rai last week. I'll be in Phuket next week. I hope to get to Khon Kaen before too long, Nong Khai, because being an ambassador means getting out beyond the capital city. Bangkok is not Thailand.
No.
Dublin is not Ireland. London is not Britain.
No.
You have to get beyond that, meet the people, and I want to do that. I want to get out and about. And also, it's not traveling around in a limousine in Bangkok. It means eating the street food.
Right.
It means walking in Chatuchak. It means going down Sukhumvit.
Yeah.
It means getting up to Khao San Road. It means getting out to the universities. Getting out and about, meeting people, walking the streets. That's what I love. It's a great city to do it.
Next episode we'll do that.
Right.
Yeah.
With you walking on the streets.
Walk
of,
around. Yeah.
Thailand.
That'd be great. Yeah.
All right. I'm not sure if you can air this piece, but it looks a bit rated to me. We'll talk about Ireland. You know, we have to mention the whiskey. I know
Yes.
Irish coffee with Irish whiskey in it,
Yes.
and Baileys.
Yes,
Yeah. These
Well,
are
look,
the exports from Ireland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, we export a lot of beer, we export a lot of Guinness, we export a lot of whiskey.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. We export Bailey's Irish cream.
Yeah.
But whiskey, Ireland is very famous for whiskey. Ireland is a green country, and the barley that we grow is some of the best in the world. And the whiskey that we make
Hence
is
the
some of
green colour,
best.
yeah?
Hence the
Yes.
green colour here.
St. Patrick's Day is
St.
also
Patrick's
green.
is very green.
Yeah.
It's our national colour. We have 40 shades of green. There's a very
Oh,
famous
wow.
song in Ireland called The 40 Shades of Green. So there's 40 shades of green in our country. And
Yeah.
hopefully when you visit, you'll see all that green around.
Next time you'll have to sing
Yeah.
as well.
Yes, and I sing as well even, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
especially if I've had a glass of this. But this whiskey that I have here is not on sale in Thailand.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's made in very near my home village. It's a very, very high quality whiskey. It's called Greenor. It's made from one single grain. And I've brought some of it here, and I'm going to be presenting some of it to you.
Now we know the Irish whiskey, we know more about the bilateral relations. What about the tourism in Ireland?
Yes. Well, we have a country, as I was saying earlier, making of 4.5 million people. This year we will have 8 million tourists. So we have more tourists than the entire country. So you have 66 million people in Thailand. This would be equivalent of 90 million tourists. And you have around 28, 30 million tourists, which is a lot as
Right.
well. So tourists come to Ireland, they love the friendly people. We have just been voted the friendliest country in the world. And the Lonely Planet guide, of the 10 top friendliest cities in the world, 3 are Irish and 3 are in the top 5. That is Dublin, which I think is number 4,
Yeah.
Cork, which is number 3 and was number 1, and Galway, the friendliest city in the world. And this is voted by international tourists. So sometimes even I think that's a bit strange, but people tell me it is the friendliest country in the world. And I know myself when I go back home, when I'm away, I say, oh wow, it is different. People do speak to you. They come up to you in the streets. And say, if you ask, you know, where's the bus stop? They bring you to the bus stop. So it is wonderful. But we have castles, we have golf courses, some of the best in the world. We have excellent food, and we have a landscape that is beyond compare. We think beautiful.
For like Irish people, how do we tell that this is, you know, Irish? Because, you know, I'm sure European friends or American friends, they have the same problem, you know, when they look at Asian people, they
Yes.
cannot differentiate
Yes.
between, we all look the same to you guys.
All Irish people look the same, perhaps as well.
So what would define the character?
Well, I think
or the
firstly,
characteristics of
even the
Irish
character,
people.
I think
Yeah.
firstly,
Yeah.
there's a lot of red hair in
Yeah.
Ireland.
Okay.
There's
Red
also
hair,
red
okay.
hair.
The last name start with O, like O'Reilly,
O'Brien.
O'Brien.
O'Reilly, O'Brien,
Yeah.
and Mac. Like my name is Brendan Roger, years.
Yeah.
That is a British name given to me, but my name actually is Brown McRory.
Mac
Mark,
So
which is Brendan, the son of Rory. Yeah, and if it's a lady, it's Nee. Mickey Nee on your parents' name, which is Mickey from your parents, the daughter of
Irish.
your parents. Yeah, that makes us Irish. Also, I think we're very fair-skinned. We don't take the sun too well, really. We get very red, really, essentially. Those would be some of the we have a Celtic characteristic, a little bit like the Scottish people as well. I mean, we all come from the one stock, really, essentially, in the final analysis, our DNA. But those are some of the characteristics in terms of our names. Blue eyes, with a lot of blue eyes, really. Fair hair, freckles, there's a lot of freckles. As I said, we don't take the sun too well. But that doesn't stop us coming to Thailand and lying on your beautiful beaches under the sun with lots of sun cream on.
Well, thank you so much, Ambassador, for
Really pleasure.
Very enjoy
allowing us
conversation.
here. Only 5 days in the office, right?
Yes,
Is
5
this
days.
new,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And I said we have the green
Are we
colour.
the first visitors?
You are the very first visitors.
thank you so
yes.
much.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure having
Thank you very
Thank you so
much.
much.
Thank you.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Chayo.
To your health. Yeah. รับรองว่าจากนี้ไปนะครับเราคงจะเห็นพัฒนาการมากมายสำหรับความสัมพันธ์ของประเทศไอร์แลนด์กับประเทศไทยนะครับ
ค่ะ และเชื่อว่าจะมีคนไทยไปเที่ยวที่ประเทศไอร์แลนด์มากยิ่งขึ้นนะคะ ยิ่งได้ยินท่านทูตพูดถึง 40 shades of green โอ้โห ดิฉันอยากจะไปเห็นจริง ๆ เลยนะคะว่า 40 เฉดสีของสีเขียวนี่มันเป็นยังไง ครับ ติดตามกันให้ได้นะครับ ในโอกาสต่อๆไปกับรายการ The Diplomat ทาง Spring News วันนี้คุณทันชนก ผมวารินทร์เราสองคนและทีมงานลาไปก่อนนะครับ สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีค่ะ